We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with SHIB token Shiba Inu, continuing to fight in the tight range and consolidation and retesting key resistance levels. And it wasn't the only one having volatility. The overall market and the SPY did as well. And our SPY bot at 9:55 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. From that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there, as you see on the charts. And put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And you can gain access to this edge and clarity over the charts and gain that access that you deserve to gain that edge as you go ahead and analyze and see what's going on within the volatility. We look forward to having you join us. Once again, the link is down below in the description. So here we are with SHIB token Shiba Inu, fighting in this tight range and continuing to bounce off of 4 zeros and 2300 and that 4 zeros 2400 range, right? And we could see it hit a high up here of 4 zeros and 3000, right? Now, it came back up to retest this level, and those are levels that were touched earlier in May, and it keeps on rejecting where things slowed down earlier in the year, right? After having that run up back in March, all the way up towards 4 zeros and 4500, it came back down, and multiple times it was trying to push back up, and things would slow down at 4 zeros and 3000, right? Or 3000. Now, here we are with it fighting to stay above 4 zeros and 2500, and in the live action sitting at 4 zeros and 2400. It's been bouncing here for the last few days, coming back up, hitting 4 zeros and 2600, coming back down. And you also have Dogecoin here coming up and hitting new all-time highs here of 47 cents, breaking out the past high of 43 cents, but getting weak every single time it's up here, right? This is something to not ignore because a resistance is forming, and it's not just on Doge and Shiba Inu. You have it going on here with Polygon, double rejection at the 60-cent range. And then you also have here Cardano breaking out to a new high and double rejection up here near 115, 110-cent area, right? $1.10. So multiple cryptos and meme coins are all sitting at retesting new highs or retesting key levels of resistance and slowing down up here. Now, there is a strong support as we see on Shiba Inu here above 4 zeros and 2300, and I've talked about how critical it was for it to hold it here, and it's been holding for the last several days and weeks, and we want to see that continue. If not, it could quickly accelerate to weakness, and we're going to look at those inflows versus outflows in just a moment. But here we have 42 vision, and if it's your first time coming across the channel, it's 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips, wire fed borders to bright green bars, and the dips to the rips. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with SHIB token Shiba Inu under a strong bull indicator here since the 4 zeros and 1700 range, hitting the recent highs, getting a first bear indicator up here back on November 14th at the 4 zeros and 2500 range, and here we are with it trying to bounce back up with that bull indicator and quickly getting canceled with another bear indicator here at the level of 4 zeros and 2500, 65 to be exact. So as long as we're below those levels, this bear indicator isn't just dominating over the chart, but creating a huge resistance, and you could see how it's been rejecting ever since it popped up. Every time it comes back above it, it rejects it and it pulls right back down. Now, in that same bar, there's a support here in this time range of 4 zeros and 2428. Definitely something I would not ignore. Between those two levels, how things react here and the bulls and bears fight. But bears are dominating here based off the 4-hour chart. And if we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 day, right, as we've broken down in the previous videos, it continues to hold strong with that bull indicator from the 4 zeros and 1800 area. And as long as this bull indicator does not get canceled, the bear indicator that does not pop up here does not have any domination, right? So if no bear indicator pops up, even though we're pulling downwards, it could be setups before the next bull run, right? As long as supports are held strong and it stays within that tight range and it uses it as support, as it pulls back and no bear indicator and the bull indicator continues to dominate in the bigger picture, it is something to not ignore. And that's what's happened, right? Every single time, yes, there's been bear indicators popping up here on the 4-hour. You could see one here on the 2-hour. And that's just volatility right now for as long as we stay above that support of 4 zeros and 2400 and 4 zeros and 2300. As long as that 1 day continues with a bull indicator. And if we pull up the 1 week, right, in the bigger picture, you could see here the 1 week under a bull indicator as well at the 4 zeros and 1600 mark, canceling out that bear indicator from earlier in June at the 2300 area, right? 4 zeros and 2300, and we're slightly above that right now within this volatility. So as long as we could stay above that support, and that's been a crucial area of support here the last several days and weeks, that 4 zeros and 2300 area, I believe bulls have a chance to use it as support. And we're slightly above it right now, even though under a bear indicator. Now I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows, and we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with SHIB token Shiba Inu with inflows losing traction here since back on November 24th, right? You could see once that crossover happened, things sharply dropped. And here it is fighting to come back above. It's really close to the midpoint and green. And it's going to be crucial for these inflows to continue upwards to justify any move back up if support is found. And as long as it can stay above the 4 zeros and 2300 area and these inflows get back above, it can quickly start to reflect that strength into these charts. Now live in the action, you can see it flatten out again. It's trying to push up on the 4-hour. That's going to be crucial. I will be watching that. If these inflows lose traction and continue back down, you could see it there again trying to push back up, going from flat up towards the midpoint, but pushes back down and turn from green to red. Well, then the first support is going to be 4 zeros and 2300. If that gets broken through, then comes 4 zeros and 2000, and then I'll be watching 4 zeros and 1800. Now to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical here, again, for these inflows to push upwards, start reflecting that strength into these charts, roll the strength over into the 1 day, right? Continuing to push it up away from the midpoint from red to green as it already started, but continuing further upwards, and also in the volatility of the 2-hour, pushing away from it as it's crossed back over. As it's pulling downwards, there's a divergence here. So I'll continue to watch this as well, because if it can continue to pull upwards away from it, it could start to diverge back up with it, right? Start to reflect that strength, even though it's pulling downwards while it's green and pushing upwards. We want to see it push up higher so then it can bounce right with it and reflect that strength into the charts as it retests key resistance levels. So if it can go ahead and start pushing that upwards, getting the 4-hour back above the midpoint, the first resistance I'll be watching is 4 zeros and 2700, and then above that comes 4 zeros and 3000. If both of those get broken through, then I'll be watching the tight range of 4 zeros and 3100 and 3200. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Do you think the support of 4 zeros and 2300 will hold? Will it start pushing up towards resistance, or will it break right through it? Because right now, this is a critical area in tight consolidation for Shiba Inu, and not only for Shiba Inu, but also for Doge, as it's pushing back down towards the 30-cent area, right? It's right below the 40-cent area, rejected off of a near high here and 52-week high. And if it can get back towards 33, 34 cents, it may break through it and start to test key support levels as well. And you have Shiba Inu, you have Cardano, and you have multiple meme coins and the overall crypto markets slightly pulling downwards really fast here and cooling off after hitting all-time highs and near new highs and resistance levels. Same thing with Bitcoin here, coming down towards 93,000. We haven't seen that since way back here on November 15th when it slowed down and did the next leg up. So rejections up here are sharp, they're fast, and they're happening quickly. And Shiba Inu and Dogecoin tend to follow. So if Dogecoin starts to fall really fast, well, Shiba Inu may follow that as well, because Dogecoin hit a new all-time high here of the 52-week high of this year, and Shiba Inu slowed down and stalled near the highs, but it didn't reach up near the recent highs of 4 zeros and 3,000, right? And the 52-week high of this year was up here near 4 zeros and 4,500. So stalling out here and slowing down may be the setup for the next bull run, as I like to call it. It's possible, not guaranteed, but these key levels will be crucial, and these inflow versus outflows, I'll be watching them very closely, and you can gain access and gain that edge and clarity you deserve. Check out the link down below and become part of the community and check out what we talk about. I share stocks multiple times throughout the week that have recent news and look like they have momentum and volume in the pre-markets, and also you guys have 42 vision to see why I am choosing these stocks to look at and watch in the pre-market session. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.